Call me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Song 43, a podcast for those of you looking to get a deeper look at how this creator creates while being a mom, working full-time, and doing all the things. In this case tonight, doing all the things involves me sitting in the parking lot while Blake is at Taekwondo, over my shoulder there, which she just started doing, which is super awesome. I could not be happier for her to find something cool to try. And so I'm sitting here and I thought, I've got an hour in the car or an hour. Why don't I just knock out the podcast now so I'm not doing it late at night, and then maybe I can actually make some music. Because I missed last week, and here's what's killing me right now is missing all the things. So doing all the things and subsequently missing all the things at the same time. It's frustrating. I want to be able to do everything. I want to be able to do this podcast. I want to do it well. I want to have new content, and it's really hard. So appreciate you listening and sticking with me and encouraging me. Thank you. I know, several of you know who you are. So thank you for keeping me honest and keeping me going. And yeah, never thought I'd be recording here in my car. Really going to be relying on the Hush app to take the noise out of this situation, because the highway is directly over there to my right if you're watching on the video. And I can hear that. I can hear the echoiness of my car. So what I use is an app called Hush, and it basically lets me drag and drop a file, an audio file, into it, and then it magically processes it, wow, that's a word, and removes all the sounds I don't want and cleans up the audio and makes it sound delightful. But right now, I have the microphone far too far away for me to be doing this. So actually what I'm going to do is this. Start over. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Song 43, a podcast for those of you looking to get a deeper look at how this creator creates while being a mom, working full-time, and doing all the things. Tonight, doing all the things finds me sitting in my car outside of the Championship Taekwondo, where Blake is for the next hour. And I thought, I'm going to knock this out because I missed last week. I'm slacking. I don't like slacking. I want to get this done and I want to do it right. So I'm going to knock this out quickly so I can get back in there and watch her, because I'm absolutely loving watching her get into Taekwondo and try something new. And she wasn't able to go last week because last week sucked a bag of you-know-whats, okay? Let's start with Halloween night, which was awesome. Okay, that was a plus and a positive. Got together with friends, got to go around the neighborhood, my in-laws' neighborhood, driven by a tractor on a landscape trailer, which was super, super fun. Went to a bunch of houses. It was a perfect night, and it was cold, but we made it happen, and it was super fun. Anyway, right at the end of the night, Blake was like really droopy, like sitting on my lap. She was cold. She said her throat hurt. Got back to our friend's house. They're all sorting their candy. Blake falls asleep on the couch. I was like, oh, this isn't going to bode well. Get her home. She's got a fever of 101, which is not normal, obviously. Gave her some Advil, put her to bed. She was fine till 4:30 in the morning when she got up and said she had had a nightmare. 5:30 in the morning, she got up and said, I don't feel well. And you know what happened after that. Fast forward 12 hours when she was still getting very sick. Fever went up to 103. Couldn't get into the doctor's office. They sent us to urgent care, which do not ever go to the urgent care. If you are in Connecticut, don't go to the one by the Branford Coles. It was not great. That was useless. And then they sent us to Yale ER for kids. And she got basically a $1,000 popsicle because they didn't give her fluids. They didn't test her for COVID. They didn't test her for flu. Her pulse was really high. So they gave her Zofran right when we got there, which magically makes everything better. I think parents should just be issued Zofran once their children hit the age where they can take it. Like, prophylactic Zofran in liquid form should just be like, Merry Christmas, here you go. Because that shit is incredible. Anyway, so she gets home from the hospital and she was totally fine. However, that was Wednesday. She stayed home Thursday and Friday because she just felt like such garbage. Then Friday, I'm at home working, get a call from the nurse at Ellie's school. And she fractured her growth plate in her right ankle playing volleyball during gym class. And while normally that would suck, it sucks extra because she has her performance for ballet coming up this Saturday and she's not going to be able to do it. She's in a boot. We have no idea how long. I have no idea what a growth plate is. But the long and short of it is if she were to dance on it and it is her growth plate, she could permanently screw up her foot, her growth, everything. So we are erring on the side of caution, seeing as how she wants to be a professional ballerina. But it sucks big time, okay? And just other stuff. So last week sucked. And this week, I'm hoping will be better. It's Tuesday night. I'm going to knock on some fake wood in my car, which is plastic, and hope for the best. Because I think everyone had a shit week last week. Let me know if you did. If you're not on social media, text me and say you did. I don't know. It was bananas. Was there something going on in the stars? If you're like into astrology and you know these things, just also let me know that. Also, this lighting is horrible. I don't think I'm ever going to use this again. But I'm really glad that you're here with me in my car in the parking lot. What else? So last week, not a banner week, but that's okay. And, because it wasn't a banner week, I got off my game. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but stomach bugs give me the most anxiety. I suffer from anxiety. Stomach bugs and fear of the unknown give me the most anxiety. Because it's not like with a cold when you feel it coming, like, oh, I got that scratch in the back of my throat. It's like you're fine, and then all of a sudden you are so not fine, and the world is freaking over for the next 24 hours. And that is okay. But the problem is I go to the ER like every time I have a stomach bug. And so does Blake. And that's not good. That is not a good thing that you want in general. So I live in this kind of like panic state for like a week until we get past it. And then I'm like, am I in the clear? Am I not in the clear? God, now I'm thinking of a fucking Taylor Swift song, which is the other thing that I'd like to say, that both of my daughters have betrayed me and become Swifties. And, okay, they haven't betrayed me. I love them. I don't get it with her. I'm trying not to be negative because obviously she's doing something right. She has billions of fans. But yeah, I don't see it. So anyway, I've been living in a state of permanent stress and anxiety for the past week. So let's hope that we have made it past it and to the other side. I'm also solo parenting this week until Thursday. So there's that, which I honestly, people are like, oh, how do you do that when Eric travels and when you travel? And, it's just our norm. It's what we know how to do. But something that really does kind of irk me is that a lot of people will say to Eric, oh, wow, yeah, you travel a lot for work, don't you? And then they don't say that to me. And I'm like, we travel a lot. We both do. Sometimes I travel more. Sometimes he travels more. I don't know why that bothers me, but it's just kind of like people assume that he does and then forget that I do or think that it's like a novel part of my job. But like it's not. I should be traveling probably more than I do. But anyway, that's just me kvetching and bitching. So here I sit in the parking lot, knocking this out, hoping to get back in there and catch some of Blake's Taekwondo amazingness because this is only her 4th class technically. Yes, 4th class. She couldn't go last week, which was such a bummer. When I went with her on her 2nd class, I was straight up crying because I was so moved by how attentive the instructor is, the owner of this place. His name's Master Han. Or Master An, I'm not sure. I should know this. And Master Kevin. The kids are so respectful, which is a main pillar of Taekwondo, and they are just so fun to watch. So I was like just overwhelmed by these kids enjoying themselves, being respectful, being focused, because these are teeny, teeny kids in with Blake. She's in the beginner class. She's 9, and the other kids, there's some like 4-year-olds, maybe even 3-year-olds, teeny people in this class who are just like, yes, sir, and just, it's really neato. So 2 thumbs up for championship. I'm world champion Taekwondo in Brantford. I don't know. I should know what it's called. They email me like 57 times a week. But they're great. So I'm going to get back in there. I'm going to get back home, edit this up real quick and then work on some music, because I started recording a new song just the other day. Yesterday, I snuck it in right before I started my first work call. I was like, I'm doing this. It was like 8:45 in the morning. And I was like, start a click track. What's the time? And I started this new tune. So maybe I'll get brave and I'll sneak it in there for you. Maybe not. But I hope you have a banner rest of your week. I hope that no one in your home is ill. I hope that the stars are aligned for everyone this week, because last week was no bueno. And as always, thanks for listening.
Just call me, honey. If you please, just call me, baby. I'll be your fantasy. I need your loving. I can guarantee I'll be what you need. Just call me.